Okay, it's 7 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to have the call to order here at 7 o'clock. If everybody will stand to say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, and so we're going to do roll call. I'm starting on that end down there.
Jeff Reed.
Joe Blevins.
Trish Keener. Now we'll have the reading of the minutes from the last meeting. Meeting was called to order by Chairperson Mark Seesteen at 6:30 p.m. Pledge of Allegiance. Roll call to determine quorum. Mark Seesteen, Chairman and Township Representative. Jeff Reed, Township Representative. Courtney Allen, Town Representative. Trish Keener, Secretary and at-large member. It was made known to all present that Board Member David Johnson from the Town of Morgantown resigned effective July 14, 2025 due to the fact that he has moved out of the district. Town of Morgantown Representative Jeremy Baker will take David's position on the board. There were no minutes from the April 23rd, 2025 meeting due to the chaos of the meeting. There were no citizen comments related to agenda items. There was no old business. New business, hiring update. Luke Zupanzik reported that at this time there are 22 employees, 3 employees per shift. There are a total of 25. There were a total of 25, but 2 quit and 1 was terminated. Protective gear update. New gear was $4,600 per set. When the new gear arrived, it was discovered that there were no belt loops on the pants. The company fixed the problem and did not charge for the addition of belt loops. This was approximately $2,000 that the fire territory did not have to pay for. Turnout gear is good for approximately 10 years. Apparatus maintenance update. Luke Zupanzik advised the board that Rescue 161 was down, but the truck had been fixed, approximately $2,400. Engine 161 is 16 years old and is in need of new LED lights. An estimate from Move Over Outfitters was submitted in the amount of $27,841.06. This work is under warranty for 2 years, and the approximate turnaround time for repair of the lighting is 3 weeks. Motion made by Trish Keener to have Engine 161's lighting replaced by Move Over Outfitters, seconded by Courtney Allen. Motion unanimously passed. 2026 budget discussion. 3-year budget has been accepted. There are no changes. See page 4 of the Fire Protective Funding Financial Impact Analysis. The rate for 2026 drops to 28 cents per 100. Upon motion of Mark Seesteen and seconded by Jeff Reed, the motion and passed unanimously. The budget for 2026 is reaffirmed. Fire chief items. Chief Clinton Chapman gave the following updates. EMA, Purdue Extension, and Farm Bureau have obtained a grant for grain bin rescue training. A grain chute auger called the Great Wall has been donated for use for grain bin rescue situations. Approximately $6,000 worth of equipment. Training has already started, and a grain bin task force is being put together. Training will be countywide. Station 2, which is where Morgan County EMS is housed. Engine 162 will be housed at the Morgan County EMS facility at Painted Hills. This is due to 252 being shut down beginning July 28, 2025. The ultimate goal is to keep the truck there. Hopefully the ISO audit will be completed by the end of the year. There were some comments and questions from the floor. How many employees? There's 22 employees and 9 volunteers. How do we contact the Fire Territory Board? Mark Seesteen's email is the best. What do employees do? Employees are firefighters, the EMTs, the Morgantown Station. Only EMA employees at Station 2 at this time. Will truck at Station 2 be staffed by volunteers or people in the fire department? Could be either. The goal of the board is a full-time truck at Station 2. Trish Keener moved to adjourn the meeting. Courtney Allen seconded. Vote taken and meeting adjourned at 18:55. Are there any corrections or additions to the meeting minutes?
I don't have any.
I'm sorry.
I don't have any.
Can I call for a motion to accept the meeting minutes?
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say aye. Okay. So you guys will notice that Mark Seesting is not here tonight, and that's because he resigned from the board. We do not have a new chairman yet, so as secretary, I'm taking that place for right now. And also, Joe Blevins was appointed by the town. Jeremy, was it Baker? I had his name and I totally lost it. Jeremy decided that he didn't feel like he knew enough about the situation to be on the board, so he stepped down, and now Joe is taking the place for the town. All right. Is there any old business? Okay. New business. The first thing that we have is the 15% cash reserve, $123,263.
Yes. The 2025 budget had a 15% cash reserve one-time line item that was the amount of $123,263, and it was announced on September 4th at a township budget meeting that that's not submitted correctly when submitted in 2024, and we are not sure if that was collected, but we had talked in past territory meetings about using some of that money to help replace some extra gear to get started, and with maintenance issues we knew was coming up, we knew some of that money was allocated for that, and we was going to discuss that with the township board. However, we have not got confirmation that that was properly collected, and we don't even know if it's truly there. And we were hoping the town or the territory board could help us figure out if that is there, because when we went and asked for some funds to help with the gear or maintenance issues we've been dealing with, we have got mixed signals on whether they're going to give us the funding that we came to the territory board and mentioned. So we just would like help as the territory board representing the fire department to reach out to the township board to confirm whether that money is there or not, and what steps we need to do, whether it be show the invoices or whatever to help if we need it. I would ask for help on.
Okay. So you're talking about the cash reserve fund, that was the first one year only
When you're
at the beginning.
beginning,
And where is that money? It's not showing up in your budget that you've seen?
Our budget, our understanding, all of the money goes through the township books, and we want to know if it's there because we wanted to request that help offset the cost of maintenance that came up, that we have to maintain these trucks and stuff, and some of this maintenance has overwhelmed us a little bit. We're not asking for all of it, we're just asking for portions of it as needed. With your blessing and that the township could write the check.
Okay. Well, it sounds like somebody just needs to call Bill Witt and talk to him, so. Anybody want to do that? Okay.
$123,260. The next item is protective gear. Is that,
Just left that on there because we did have, in our budget, we knew we were going to purchase a certain amount a year, and if we had to exceed that, we came to the territory board about that. They agreed to get what we needed to function and reach out and get that offset money from that cap reserve. That's the only reason why that line item's still on there. So if we get more info on the cap reserve, that takes care of that line item for the protected year. The only reason why that's on there is still in your business.
same way with apparatus maintenance? Or is that?
The apparatus maintenance, we was gonna bring up, so you guys did approve the lights are done, those are back. We ran into some other maintenance issues that we have addressed. And, engine 162, the brake drum cracked, the brake pads, shoes, whatever were coming apart. We immediately caught it, addressed it, fixed it, having a lot of pump maintenance issues, just had the tanker pump totally rebuilt so it can pump at 750 gallons per minute capacity like it's supposed to, so we can improve the ISO rating and do this tanker shuttle that we want to do, and that costed us money. And we have a small maintenance budget, but we may need to discuss getting into that 123 just a little bit to help with some of that cost. So we wanted to bring that to you so you're aware of it. If we find out more if that is there and available, we may ask for a motion if you guys would accept that later date.
Which truck was brake issues?
Brake issue was engine 162. Tanker 161 had a full pump rebuild because it was not pumping at 750 gallons per minute, and it is now. It did an amazing full rebuild, passed really well, and yeah, we've got some more maintenance coming on the other two engines with some valves and stuff for pumping.
2026 budget.
The new business just because you guys approved the budget and submitted it to the township, and I don't know if the township has reached back out to the territory board yet, but they have, they read it on September 4th, motion approved and adopted it on another day, it was like September 12th or 14th or something like that. Then they came back and pushed it back up because there was a question about a capital improvement plan and offsetting some costs in that capital improvement plan to the equipment replacement fund. And in doing that, it could maybe help out the taxpayer. And I know they were supposed to bring that to you, and I didn't know if they did. So that's why that's brought up there tonight. And because that could change the budget that you agreed to adopt and submitted for them to run through their books. So we wanted that brought to your attention tonight and make sure that everything's just being done legally and that there won't be issues with an audit down the road and what's really happening with the money and the budget that's submitted. Because I know we have other things like Senate Bill 1 that could be changing our budget anyway here in the near future, where yes, you guys approved the like 846, but we don't know what the details DLGF and State Board of Council can say about that with Senate Bill 1 in place. So there may be more addressing the 2026 budget in the near future anyways, but we wanted you to be aware that it appears the township has brought up the budget, looked at some things with the capital improvement plan, and I want to make sure that you guys are aware of that. That does affect the budget you approved and adopted that they were supposed to submit to the DLGF and State Board.
Does it change the budget, or does it just change where the money comes from? So I thought that it was just basically.
At the moment, it just changes the equipment replacement. So they got away with that 3.3 pennies. They're going to use $500 and some odd $1,000 to fund that fund for 4.4 years. When they open it back up Friday, there's been hints thrown that they're going to
Well, it's my understanding that, that promise of 400,000, 500,000, just that, because it's based on a year-to-year budget, and it's basically just subsidizing that tax. It doesn't do away with it. So the 3 1/3 penny still remains there, and if the township didn't decide to subsidize it in 27, it would still be available. But thanks for making us aware of that,
Yeah.
because I don't think the board was aware of that, was it?
I didn't know about it.
I talked to,
You talked to him? Yeah. I happened to be at the meeting. That's how I was aware of it.
I talked to Bill, and then I also talked to their attorney, just to make sure I was understanding what they
Yeah.
were doing.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as I know, to the equipment fund, they can make that change.
Correct.
Right.
You guys
But, yeah, but it would be,
up to date with information.
yeah, to let us know about it.
I think if there were any, changes to the actual budget, but I think if they're just their money, if they want to
And I
take the money
don't,
from here and put it here, I think we
Yeah.
still stays within the budget we've approved for the most
yeah,
part.
it's still the budget you approved, but it is a modification,
Right.
nonetheless.
I wasn't sure if they're supposed to inform back.
And it really, they probably should have, according to, I think it's E of that in a local agreement, they probably should have took that step, but, I can understand why they did.
Okay. Fire chief item?
It's basically all.
All of that stuff?
We're still doing, taking calls regularly. We've had some, we've had a little bit of everything. We did apply for a green home bank here locally, and home bank, do the meetings. Assistant Chief Luke Panic went in there, met with them, put together a presentation, and they awarded us a $13,000 grant, and that purchased a machine that helps us with CPR as needed, and it's a nice little machine to bring into the community that hopefully helps save lives and be there when we need it. So we're very thankful for that. Thankful for Home Bank, and they've seen us working on growing and working on ourselves, and seeing we had staffing to get that out the door, and they wanted to support that.
Yeah.
They were willing to buy us a lifeline arm. It's a CPR machine. It helps us do very good active CPR when there's should we get that call.
Yeah, it's a nice piece of equipment.
Yeah. Any board comments, announcements, or other business? Any comments from the floor?
Is that, do they do a match rate, or is that just for the
They just wrote a $13,000, $135 check, and they were able to basically just cash it, and they're able to purchase that.
do they cover the full thing?
They cover the whole amount of that machine.
Yeah, I think
That's
the actual price on it was like $12.99 or something like it was. We had like $200 extra. They covered. I presented all that, so they didn't know how much it was, and they just had to cover all of it. So.
Yeah, good job finding
Anything else from the floor? If there's nothing else, I think that would conclude the meeting if somebody wants to make the motion.
Make a motion.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?